Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Lady T of Lady T's Things That Bling, crafting and creating with lupus. How are you doing today? Well, first let me say thank you for stopping by, and I hope today's video will bring you some laughter and will bring you to a point where you can decide if you like to use poly gel or dipping powder for your nails. Well, we all know that a lot of women, instead of doing our own nails at home, we go to the nail salon and let them be their problem, right? Well, with this new poly gel and this dipping powder that they have on the market now, we can do it ourselves, and we can learn to do it so well that we can open up our own business, right? All right. You can check out my dipping powder at the link that you see here, my dipping powder video. And on this video, you're going to find out which one I like the best. All right, if you want to know, keep on watching. And here we go. So as you can see, I already did my left hand. Actually, what happened was I videotaped several times of this because my camera on my iPhone kept messing up. The camera on my iPad kept messing up. So this is like the third or fourth time. That's why my left hand is already done with the poly gel. As you can see there, I put some of the gel into what is called a nail form. And what you see me dipping into is alcohol. And you don't want to use too much alcohol, but that's the alcohol that lets you mold the poly gel into the nail form. So that's what you see me doing right there. I'm molding the poly gel and I'm spreading it to the length of the nail that I desire. I'm putting some more in there because I spread it a little too thin using the alcohol. So learn from my mistakes, and when you're doing this, try not to put too much of the alcohol on your brush because it will thin the poly gel out too much, and you don't want it to be watery, and you don't want it to be, too thin. So I put the poly gel to the length that I want it to be, and I'm just going back and making sure that it's all right on all sides. And I'm showing you that side of it so you can see that I did that. Now here we are on a nail part. Now, y'all, I'm right-handed. But my left hand is trying to do this. And it was really a struggle for me, but we're getting it done. And as you can see, I'm wiping off the excess of the poly gel. Now let me tell you this. When you put the poly gel on your thumb bed or your nail bed, don't smash it so hard that you begin to have a great amount of poly gel oozing out from the bottom or the sides of the nail form. I have my finger in the UV light right now so that the poly gel can cure. You have to leave it in there for 1 minute, but even before you put the poly gel and everything on, you have to put on a base coat. And I didn't show you that, but I polished all of them with the base coat. Now you see, with taking it off, you just twist and you twist and you twist, and it looks like the nail is going to break, but it doesn't. You just twist the nail form until it loosens up and comes off, and that's the result. Then you can shape it and form it however you want it to be. And again, I'm right-handed, so me trying to file with my left hand is a comedy show all in itself. But I'm not even here to do all that filing and everything. I just basically wanted to show you how easy it is to use the poly gel and the nail forms. Now, word to the wise, when you're using this, don't forget to thin out the underneath, the underside of the nail once you get it on the nail bed. Because if you don't, it'll be really thick, and when you look at your nails, you'll be like, dang, what is all of this stuff on here? So, as you can see, I'm playing around with red and blue and red and blue, red and blue. I don't have to follow the flow and, be consistent with the color. It's good to be different. And you see I'm doing the same thing with the red. I'm just spreading the poly gel in the nail form, making sure that the area that I want to cover is covered. And you can see it's covered. There's a little bit on the side that should be covered a little bit more, but we're going to work this and put that on there. And as you can see, I'm putting on there, but I'm not applying too much pressure. Again, when you apply too much pressure, it begins to ooze. And believe me, this is like my third time doing the actual nails. And the first time was horrible because I didn't know what I was doing. The second time was okay. The ones on my, if you look at the ones on my left hand, I did those before I recorded, or I was recording and everything got messed up. And they look pretty good from afar. If you get close enough, you can see the little mistakes that I made. And the major mistakes that I made on here was that I didn't have the correct nail form on my nail bed, which left, a side, some of the side not being done. Otherwise, those nails would have been perfect, honey. I'm trying to tell you what I'm talking about. So I just sat my nail in there for a minute, 60 seconds. And you have to twist the nail form and it'll come off. Sometimes it takes a little longer than others to come off, but it comes off and it doesn't break the nail, but it just comes off. And you have a vibrant nail there. You see how colorful it is? That red is really popping. The blue is popping as well. I love the colors. These colors are really nice. Very nice. Now we're going to do the last two nails, and this one's going to be blue. You don't want to use too much of the gel. The poly gel, let me tell you something. That poly gel is something else. You want to make sure that you don't have it so thick, especially at the part where you're going to place on your nail bed. You don't want that to be so thick. And you don't want the underside of the nail to be thick either. Because once you push that gel, that poly gel on there, if you mash it too hard, you're going to have a serious indentation on the underside and it's going to look real crazy. That's why when you're putting it on, don't be in a hurry, but make sure you check like the edges like that, because some of it oozed out. And you check the underside to make sure that it's smooth and it's even. You don't want it to be lumpy and you don't want it to be thick because it looks real crazy. I did it. I had to take them off and it was just crazy. Twist, 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 and it pops off. It's so funny how it pops off. It's really great. Now if you look under there, you can see that I didn't smooth that out too well underneath that last one that I just put on. But again, I'm doing this for demonstration purposes to let you know which one I like better, the poly gel or the dipping powder. Now, these bottles, what I have found out is that they look like they're full and they feel like they're full, but when you get finished mashing them, it's really not. But this is like my third time doing my nails because I was trying to get it right. You don't have to use a lot. It depends on how thick you want your nails. I personally don't like thick nails. I never have. So I like mine to be a little thinner. The good thing about these poly nails is that they cut very easily with the clipper. So I'm putting the last one in there for 1 minute. And again, sometimes you have to leave it in a little bit longer depending on how thick you applied the poly gel. That is the top coat that you put on. After you put all of the nails on, you put the top coat on. So the steps with this is that you put the base coat on. You prime your nails first. You sand them with the nail file and make sure your cuticles are cut down and all of that. Then you file your nails and then you put the base coat on them. Then you begin to do putting the poly gel on. If you look underneath that blue one, can you see that blue one and see how thick that is under there? That's because I didn't properly spread the poly gel out on the underside. That's why. And no, I didn't file these. I just put them on just to show you how easy it is. And I was tapping on my desk to show you how strong it. You probably can't hear it anyway, but they're very strong. They're very strong. And again, the colors are vibrant. And it's even more pretty when you put the top coat on. The colors happen to match my dress. And they're too long, so I actually cut them down later on. And then I take them off. So is it going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down? What do you think? Polygel nails or dipping powder nails? Everyone has their own preference. So what I like, you may not like, and vice versa. But I gotta tell you this. I gave the polygel nails 2 thumbs up. Yes, I did. 2 thumbs up. Because I really, really like it. It's easy. It's fast. I don't have to worry about the nails popping off like I did with the nails. The dipping powder nails. And no offense to the dipping powder nails because they look nice too. They really do look nice. But my preference is the polygel nails. So, look out world. Here I come. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. If it's something in here that you saw somebody else might be interested in, I would greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 200 subscribers on the road. I think I need about 18 more. So if you can help me out on that, I'd be most appreciative. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share. This is Lady T signing out. Thank you for joining me for Lady T's Things That Bling, crafting and creating with lupus. Stay safe and catch me on the next video. All right, guys.